Hoo-wee. We're back, baby. We're back. You know it. You know it, my people. And as usual, I sit here in the part of the stream VOD that you guys watch on Twitch and the full stream archives that you guys watch on YouTube, which is the part where I talk to myself and say, I'm waiting for you guys to come on in. Here I am. And you actually get to see that part, which is nice. In the after. In post, so to speak. Good stuff. Julia. Julia. What am I going to do with you? You are able to join the streams. I've been starting them sooner. Tonight was even sooner than last night by a good margin. I am so excited to have you here. Welcome back. What's up, you ask? Well, I'm sitting here with you, and I'm excited to have you back. I am sitting here doing the nightly stream. You know how it goes? We're having a good time doing our thing. Heck yeah. I'm glad you're excited to be back. I'm excited to have you here, as I already said. And you are the first one. Impressive. How was your day today? How'd it go? Whoops. You do. You got good reflexes, girl. It is so nice out tonight. You're actually going to start to see my hair blowing around because I've got both the windows open on both sides of the room, and it, like, the breeze is breezing. It's such a nice night outside. This is September. Did some work, talked to your best friend, watched TV, had therapy. That's great. That's amazing. Yeah, basically. Like, it's like I almost just had open walls in front of me. Like the walls didn't exist. Because, yeah, like, multiple times now, even just in the 10 minutes that I was just sending out the daily story letting you guys know we're going live, I have had my hair legitimately, like, blowing my face. Hey Jackie, welcome back. And now that I'm back here, I do see in the events window that Nalina has followed, as you said, so that's great. Nalina's got her own Twitch to be able to join the stream. This is very exciting. Very good stuff. And how was your day, Jackie? Julia just got done telling me about her day. And while I'm waiting, I will say that... Right, she's in dance class now, of course. My day was good. Really good. Really good. Well, that's sad, Julia, but at least you're here. At least you're here now. I'll treasure the moment for as long as I have. Okay, so yeah, updates on the Jackson Downer Clips channel. That's what I was working on all day. I got 10 videos fully edited and ready to be uploaded. It was a lot more work than I thought, though, unfortunately. Like, there's a lot of content to pull out of the streams for highlights and things. So it's just taken me over 10 hours at this point to get everything the way it needs to be. And then so unfortunately I wasn't able to have that YouTube channel alive today like I promised, but tomorrow I promise you tomorrow. Okay? Okay. Yeah, that sounds great, Julia. I'm always glad to know that you've got me on in the background. Toddy, welcome back. Great to have you back. Hello, 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 hello. You got that that automation trigger for the stream down like a science at this point. Or maybe you're just still operating on I had a feeling. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is still. So Jackie was busy food shopping and looking at baby stuff. Fair enough. You've got a lot of baby stuff to be looking at right now. And food shopping is necessary. I got to do that tomorrow. God damn. Couple weeks. So you've been dealing with the pain for a couple weeks now. And if literally today is like a particular bad day for pain to the point where you're actually mentioning that to me, then I would say yes. It sounds like most likely it's not a good day for pain, like especially because you haven't even said anything about it before, so I'm very sorry to hear that. And on the day when you had to go food shopping too. God darn it. A lot of you guys have been watching the VODs after the stream, so I'm really loving that and happy to see that. A pretty surprising amount of you guys have been going back and watching the streams, even if you were here, but also especially when you miss it. Like, I'm really glad that we have that that feature now, because you guys are really clearly taking huge advantage of it, so it's really good. Was meant to get more meds today, but your doctor was sick. Damn. And now you have to wait till Monday. Oh my god. That is no good. I'm sorry to hear that. Jackie says I watch the VODs to go to sleep. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I love that. Right after we ended the stream, I went back and watched a couple seconds of it. A couple sections of it. Because I was like, okay. Seeing how, well, for me, it's kind of like analyzing, seeing how it came out, checking the volume levels. Also just remembering a few things that I wanted to remember from it. And it's really so nice to have it. Really, really nice. And like for somebody like Toddy, who was like letting us know yesterday about how she was out getting her CT scans and like had a bunch of appointments yesterday and things like that, it's really beneficial, for somebody who's, trying to be on the stream, but they're busy and they can't pay attention to it all, so they're able to rewatch a little bit. And Toddy's our newest subscriber as of yesterday, so once again, thank you for that. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Yeah. So that's good stuff. It's good to have you guys here. It is. It is. Exactly. Yeah, unfortunately, like the streams have kind of been starting like right when she's in class. It feels like almost she's in class for the entirety of the stream, and then right at the end she gets done. So it's like perfectly bad timing for her in particular. So it works out well, absolutely. And now she has an account to be able to watch it, which is great. And also, again, with the YouTube channel, like if you guys, because you guys are a part of the stream every fucking day, just about, just about. So the fact that like in it's 14 days, so after 14 days the VODs on Twitch will go away. If you just want to binge watch the fucking streams when we're off stream, or you want to remember that one particular day, like they're all dated, everything. So you can binge them. Like because they're on YouTube, they won't go away, which is really nice, really nice. And you guys are in them, I'm talking to you guys throughout these entire published streams. It's awesome. It's really cool to be able to go back and watch. Yeah, pretty much. So Jackie, is it the same times every day? Is it the same, you know what I mean? Like, is it the same scheduled practice times per day? And if so, is it Monday through Friday, weekends off? I'm trying to figure out, like, because mainly I'm trying to think, like, if I was streaming, like, even just an hour earlier or 2 hours earlier, maybe that would change things, make it a little easier, make it a little better. I know it would make it easier and better for pretty much everybody. Other than Toddy, I believe. I mean, that would make it difficult for Toddy, but... And probably Rena, too. But for the vast majority of people, I bet it would be better. And Alina is one of the people that I'm thinking it would benefit as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, seriously, guys. Missed you a lot. Was really excited to get back to the stream with you guys. Absolutely good stuff. Whew. Ivy wasn't here, like, right from the beginning, but she kind of just took off. She'll come back. She always does. But yeah. And tomorrow, technically today, is Friday. Friday, guys. It's going to be a good stream tomorrow night. Because for most people, it's really just Thursday morning slash Friday night. Thursday night slash Friday morning. So tomorrow will be killer. Okay, Jackie hit me back. Monday is 3:45 to 9:30. Tuesday is 3:15, 8:30. Okay. Here comes that wind. See my hair blowing around? The windows are open. It is a breezy night. It's beautiful out. It's so beautiful out. So it basically always starts around 3:45 to 4 o'clock. And what time is it there now, Jackie? Other than Saturday, of course. What time is it there now so I can give myself a good, like, relation from my time to yours? Of course I hit my desk every fucking time. There we go. 4:12. Oh, it's literally, yes, literally the perfect time for her not to be able to be here for the next, well, today's Friday for you, so for the next 3 hours. Yeah. So she won't be able to join at all. Well, that's perfect then. So if I start streaming an hour to 2 hours earlier than tonight, we'll be golden. We'll be actually golden. It'll work better for the vast majority of people. Again, other than Toddy, other than Rena, but they'll still be able to join in on the like probably the last half or something like that. Which is good. Another thing I was trying to figure out was categories on TikTok. Again, this doesn't really matter to me all that much. Oh, are you back? Did you just come back to me? Did you just come back here? Okay, well, she doesn't want to come up here, but she is back, so that's good. Told you. Oh, that breeze. It's so good. I don't think it actually will let me choose a category anymore. Yeah, it just won't. Straight up. Whatever. Sounds good. Makes it easier for me. Oh, you got the little man with you. That's so cute. You have me on. Do you have me on your iPad for real? That's awesome. You got me on the big screen. Yes, beautiful. Ivy, do you see that? Do you see that breeze? Huh? Do you see that breeze? Well, she can't see it. But she can feel it and she can hear it. So yeah, that's good. That's good. Who cares about categories anyway? There used to be them. I mean, they used to be there. Need to put Twitch on my phone before the competition in a few weeks. So yeah, for sure. There's an app for it, you know. It works well. It works well. Toddy says natural effects. Yes. Yes. Natural effects. I've got like the wind whipping through my hair, but it's real. It's not a fan. This is actually real. Jackie with the 200 fucking bits. Thank you so much, Jackie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. God damn. That is what I'm talking about. And I've also got the sound, which you can probably hear. I don't know. I mean, maybe you can't. The mic's very sensitive though. So you very well might be able to hear like the frogs and the crickets and stuff that are chiming in through the windows. But at the very least, when that breeze picks up, you'll be able to hear that. That's for sure. That is for sure. What are you doing? What are you doing? You gonna come up here? Please? Okay. I just need to stop. She keeps coming right up to the chair like she's gonna jump right into my lap like she always does, but she didn't do it this time. She straight up didn't do it this time. I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little upset. Are you coming? Okay, finally. There we go. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. I'm Ivy, and it's nice to meet you all. I love you guys. So that was that. We got her for a minute. Good baby. Beauty, says Toddy. Hello, Ivy, with some love, says Jackie. Hi, Ivy, says Toddy again. Amazing. Ivy says hello, too. As you could see clearly on the stream. As you could clearly see on the stream for you. Huh. Well, we have... Yeah, we've been streaming. We've been doing our daily stream every single day, consecutively, for over 2 months now. The time has flown. Absolutely flown by. And it's crazy, but it's so ingrained into my day now. It's so normal. Like, this is the time, and this is what we do, and this is what I get excited for, every single day, to hang out with you guys. He's finally getting to listen to the way it used to be. Perfect! I didn't know that he hadn't heard it yet. That's great. That is awesome. Very exciting news. You are just killing it. He probably loves you to death. I mean, not just for that reason, but for one of the reasons. Possibly. Perhaps. Maybe. Oh. Today would be a fucking great day for a hat points redemption. I ain't even gonna lie, because my hair is pissing me off. He only wanted self-talk last weekend. Fair enough. It's a jam. It's a jam, And when you're stuck on a song, you're stuck on it. Not even a brand new song will get you off of it. I get it. First drop. First drop of the stream, folks. Do not clip that. Out of all the things you could clip, like me with Ivy and shit like that, that'd be a great clip. But do not clip my first drop of the stream. And just so any of you guys that have missed me mentioning this before, Jackie knows because she's been playing around with it, but you guys actually have a built-in clip feature in the stream. You can actually hit the little movie clapper icon on whatever you're using, computer, phone, iPad, and you can clip whatever moments you want from the stream. And it will show up on my Twitch page under the clips section when you do that, which is super cool. And it actually helps the stream because those are discoverable. Because I know a lot of you guys are still trying to figure out this platform, so I'm not trying to say you need to do that. I'm just saying, like, for those of you that didn't realize it was really a thing, you know? Oh my goodness, there's Catherine/Rivers. Let's go. Look at that. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Great to have you here. Very great to have you here. I don't know what you mean, Toddy. I don't know what you're responding to there from me saying. I don't know if there's more to your message coming or if yeah, I didn't get the message, and nope, and you didn't get modded either. Like, the message just didn't go through, because if it blocked your message, I would see it. So I think it just didn't send. So let me know what the first part was, because all I see was because, well, I was a bit tipsy. Okay. Catherine says, "Oh, look." Hello. What are you doing? It's even focusing on her. Hi. What are you doing up there? She hasn't gotten up there one single time during the streams before. Cute. Cute. And she's down. So Catherine said, "Yes, I made it after an exhausting day of work. Yes, I'm very glad that you're back, and I'm glad that it was a busy day. That's good. Yes, Ivy's made a couple appearances so far. She's doing really good. She's getting used to the stream. She's getting used to it. She's getting used to you guys. She's coming around, you know? She's coming around. Okay, so Toddy said, "Yesterday, I listened to The Way It Used to Be on a loop when I was in the subway. It calmed me down and kept me focused." Fucking right. Amazing. I mean, what else can I say other than that is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad to hear it. I really am. That's so sweet. And yeah, she was. She was definitely doing some inspections. Are you inspecting? She's loving the breeze. She really is. All this fresh air coming in here, moving the air around. She's like, whoa. She's like, whoa, what the heck, Dad? What is going on here? Yes. The mic is pretty sensitive, so I'm really glad that you can hear stuff like that. I finished editing all of like the stream clips and highlights for the new YouTube channel specifically dedicated for that earlier today. And I realized how loud when you guys like redeem the hydrate reward for me to drink water. Me drinking water is very loud. Like I thought it would be like you could hear it just a little bit, but it's like almost as loud as my voice. It's so wild. It's like, what? It's like, what the heck? Why? It's very helpful to know these things, though. Like, it's super helpful to know. Even if there's nothing I can really do about it, it's like, oh, that's what it sounds like to you. I'm able to, like, see that, hear that. Which is always a plus, you know? It's always a plus. Okay, we are at 30 minutes, so I will simultaneously go live on TikTok as well for a short time. And it will be a short time because it always is, but also because we're trying to make these streams earlier and earlier. And once we're at this perfect place where we need to be, the streams can actually be a little bit longer again, which is nice. Oh, Catherine, you made some serious tips at work today. Good shit. Good shit. That's literally how I feel. Like, I feel that exact same way when you guys, like, subscribe or send bits and, like, support the stream, because it really does actually enable me to keep doing this, as I always say. Like, and I don't actually mean that, like, in a fake way. Like, I actually mean that. And so, like, I know what you mean, because it's the same sort of feeling of like, wow, you know, like, people really appreciated me and what I do, and want me to keep doing it. And boom, that's kind of like tips. You know, people aren't going to tip you very well unless they're really appreciative of you and how you're doing in their service, and the time that you're giving them, you know, because going to a restaurant or a cafe is truly an experience. You're going there and you are having this experience. The person waiting on you is the face of the company. They're the face of the cafe, and if they're having a good time, like, you'll know it. You know, if they really truly appreciate you, you're gonna know it, and that is a beautiful thing. That is a truly beautiful thing. $50 in tips. That's incredible. Good for you. Okay, let's just do this thing. Okay, going over here too. God damn it. Now I gotta adjust the light again a little bit. Just a little bit. It's good that you enjoy, certain aspects of your job. It's very helpful when you are working in a job. You need that shit. You need things that are going to, motivate you. It's like, I am excited to go into work, having a good time. And that makes your life a lot easier because you're not actually like dreading it, essentially. Okay, I think we're good. New customers. So you didn't even like, that's wild. So you kind of actually, are you saying that you typically actually operate on um regulars like every day or something like that? Is that kind of what you're getting at? You don't typically have like the same amount of new people per day. It's usually like the regulars over there. Because some cafes, some restaurants, they be like that. They really do. Um, and I get that. If I find a good restaurant or cafe that I like, I keep going back. That's what I do. So I don't a lot of regular, and there you go. So you clearly must have good stuff because people stick around. They like the spot, they like the ambiance, they like the service, but they also like what you serve, which I think is a lot of drinks from what you're saying. Yes, over the moon, I do like that stuff. New customers is extremely rare. That's interesting. Is it a big city or a small town? Because that would definitely influence it. In the smaller towns, you might not get a lot of new customers. So I don't know, like maybe it's a small city or something. Let me know. Hey, Valen, thanks for liking the live. If you want my opinion on things or anything like that, you can always just direct message me or something. Shit! Damn it! There we go. Out of focus. It was trying to focus on the wall. Hell yeah. Thanks for sharing the live, Octavia. Hey, Princess. I'm assuming your phone's still broken and you're just coming in to say hello and goodbye. Catherine, what did you say? Did you say that it's a small town, big city, small city, big town? Okay, there you go. There's the message. I live in a small town, and luckily we're trying to promote the business more. Okay, so, well, that totally explains why it's primarily comprised of regulars. That makes perfect sense to me, absolutely. That's awesome, Princess. Glad to hear it for a change. That is beautiful. Good shit. Yeah, that's great, Catherine. I'm glad to hear that. Honestly, the small town vibes are nice, so I don't blame you. Hey, Mirror. I'm good. How are you? Preston, hey, what's up? Catherine says, plus before COVID happened, the cafe was busy all the time. Yeah, COVID really did a number on people. It changed the way people even attend cafes and restaurants. So, like, I understand that too. Like, I totally believe that, honestly. Valeria, hola. ¿Cómo estás? Preston, I'm doing good. How are you? Fuck. There we go. Good, glad to hear it. Ivy's back in her little bed now. Katie, hola. ¿Cómo estás? Alright. I fucking hate when I start the fucking TikTok stream and then some of you guys leave to go there. It's like, no. Oh, the opposite of what we want. Yo. Thank you guys for liking the live. Thank you for sharing the live. That have done so, though. Thank you very much, guys. Extremely thankful. My manager is one of my mother's best friends. He's an awesome guy. Perfection. Glad to hear it. That works out well. And you're in a good situation there, I would say. You know. Skirt. Hey, Patty. I'm waiting for you over on Twitch, Patty. What the heck? What are you doing? Glad to have you here, though, Patty. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm glad that you're awake tonight. I hope you're doing well also. Catherine says, in the cafe, my team and I are like a big family. Now that is the good shit. That is the good shit. Jackie says, I'm still here, was looking at my sub. Yeah, no, and I'm glad that you were. I'm glad that you're trying to learn the platform, figure it out, and everything. So it's very good thing. And I didn't think that you had left, but thank you for letting me know. Val, hello. Skirt. No fucking way. Catherine, let's go. Spreading the word, growing the community, showing your coworkers my music. Thank you so much for that, Catherine. That's amazing. I'm very glad to hear it. Thank you, Astra. I appreciate that, and thank you for following. Mara says, any tips to overcome anxiety? You got to focus in on something. I've had that question before in the stream. You've got to focus in on something. Probably something, like fastidious, like, well, number one, you can count. You can do deep breaths. I think deep breaths probably help really well, especially when you're counting in, like box breathing. Breathing in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in for 1, and keep doing that. That's a good tip. That actually does work and help stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system, and the vagus nerve and everything like that. Good stuff. But also, if you're just focused in on something in particular, like, reading, or some people like do crocheting, like, these are stupid examples, sure, it's probably not your vibe, but like something that you're able to really focus in on and purely focus on, so that all these outside things aren't buzzing in your head so loud. Those are some tips. Catherine says, I'm even going to play one of your songs on the shop speakers. Fucking A, Catherine, that's amazing. That is actually amazing. You never cease to amaze me. Thank you so much, Catherine. That's going to be awesome. You send us a fucking video of that. Jackie says, you know I don't leave. I know it. Trust me, I know. If anyone's going to leave, it's not Jackie. Toddy says, so cool. Toddy is loving the fact that Catherine's going to be playing one of my songs in her cafe soon. That's awesome. I love it too. My favorite Garfield character. I don't even remember most of their names. Your name is literally Garfield Enthusiast. That is wild. My favorite Garfield character in that case would probably be Garfield. Lily, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. I'm sorry that you're feeling anxious and things like that. Hey, thank you, Garfield. I'm glad I got the right answer. Hell yeah. I'm going to survive the Garfpocalypse. Toddy says, it reminds me of something everyone says in my family. What does? What are you talking about? Angela, thank you for the follow. Canary says it's fine because Canary does not want to Canary does not want to survive the Garfpocalypse. I don't even know who Nermal is. So I probably won't survive the Garfpocalypse because I don't even know who that is. Music must be loud always and listened on speakers. That's a good thought. It's a good motto, I would say. But hell yeah, that's cool. I listen to music a lot in headphones, but I have like really nice ones, you know. And when I'm recording and tracking and new music, I have to use headphones as well. So I can't abide by that like rule, but I still like the bones of the rule. Like the vibe of that saying is just cool to me. So I'm cool with it. Catherine says, I'll still be here. I might be sleeping though. Totally understandable. That's totally fair. I'm glad that you're still going to stay on the stream and let me put you to sleep. That's okay. That's okay, Toddy. I understand you're typing slow. It's all good. It's all good. Patty says, I have a new phone, but I also have to make a new Twitch account because I lost mine. Aha. Well, Patty, you are welcome to do so because I only stream on TikTok for a very short period per night. And Twitch will allow you to actually get the notifications when I go live and things like that. So I would love for you to make a new account and join us over there. Because most of the people that know and respect you and understand your part in the community, they're all over there. Canary says, headphones are life. Hell yeah, Canary. You know what I'm talking about. Headphones are life. But yeah, I mean, speakers are better. You do get you get a full range. I mean, headphones are comprised of speakers. That's how you hear your music. But when you have larger woofers and larger tweeters and mid-range, you get a lot more full spectrum and a lot more feel from the song, of course. But headphones work very well for me during, a lot of the day. Is this gonna be a grandson video or photo, Jackie? I'm seeing your Discord message come through right now. Patty says, I'm going to reinstall Twitch today. Perfect. Dark Wing says, hello, hope your night is going well. It's going great. Thank you for asking, and I hope yours is as well. I certainly hope yours is. Otherwise, I'd be sad. I would be sad if your day was going sad. Oh my goodness! I have to see it right now. What's his name? That's so cute. Like, he's looking at me on the stream, and you can't see it. It's not going to focus, right? It's totally blown out. On my phone, you can see it, though. He's looking at me on the stream and saying hello to me. So I can say hello back if I know his name. While he's watching me like this. Which you guys can't see on Twitch, unfortunately. But most of you guys on the Twitch are also in the Discord, so you can just see the video for yourself. Hi, Tyrell. Hello. Thanks for being here on the stream with me, Tyrell. I'm glad you like my music and stuff. I appreciate you. Agreed, Toddy. Agreed. Absolutely. Canary says, but people hate sharing space, so headphones are good for you. Yeah, exactly. It's like, especially when I'm like out doing things, it's really helpful to have it that way. Playing some guitar, Darkwing. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Patty, thank you for liking the stream. Jackie got the biggest smile. Heck yeah. Good. Very good. Toddy says that's a beautiful name, Tyrell. It is. It's a good name. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate that. Heck yeah, guys. What time is it? It's 2:50 in the morning. It's no big deal, guys. It's just 2:50 in the morning. No big deal, AJ. Just 3:50 in the morning. No big deal. Not even a big deal. It's early for us. It's just early. This is just early. Technically, it is. Technically, it is early. Holy crap. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to put a hat on or something. My hair is bothering me. Night shifts are usually up until 4. Okay, so you're getting there. You're getting to bedtime pretty soon. But that's cool. So this is kind of your normal. That's fair. That's fair. Jackie says, just wait till the new bub is here, then you can have an even younger fan. Heck yeah. Baby fan. I love it. Hey, Kaylee, what's up? We're just chatting. Just talking. Hanging out. Talking with you guys. Daily stream. We do it every single day. And a big part of it is just hanging out with you guys, talking with you guys, connecting, you know, vibes. April says, love your hair. Thank you so much, April. And Kaylee says, oh, okay, sick. Yeah, I think so too. It's a good time. I enjoy it. Toddy says, this is freaking awesome because of the new baby fan. Heck yeah. The United States. I'm probably just further east than you. That's all it is, you know? The further east you go, the further time goes back. The further west you go, the more time goes forward. But if you're only an hour ahead of me, then I'm probably not that far east from you. I'm just in the next time zone over to the east. In relation to Canada, of course, you know? There's many states that are an hour behind. Many, honestly. It's the entire East Coast, actually. And not even just the coast, but also states inland from the coast. It's like just the eastern. It's like EST, Central, and then Pacific is basically how it works in the U.S. And and Mountain. Central, Mountain, Pacific. And that's how it goes. And in succession, it's 1 hour behind, 2 hours behind, 3 hours behind. And I am in Eastern Standard Time. That's why I'm an hour behind you. And I don't really go into like exactly what state I'm in and stuff like that, but I am definitely on the east side of the U.S. for sure. Thank you for liking the live, April. Appreciate ya. I laid it out pretty simply, though. But if time zones are confusing, that's fine. They're super. I'm so used to them. Like most of you guys are from all over the world, so I've been very used to time zones for years, and stuff like that. So it is what it is, but it can be confusing, I suppose. Just to me, I'm just so used to it. Where we at? 22 minutes. That means we have about 8 more minutes on the TikTok live stream before we go back only to the Twitch live stream by itself. And then we jump into the fun stuff. Yeah, the time zones don't really change in relation to like what state you're in. So that's an interesting thing. Yeah, there's more states here, but it's more geographical. Time zones aren't, like, what the fuck is that word? Time zones are not dictated by what state you live in. They're dictated by your geographical location on whatever continent you're in. So it's more or less like there's probably, I guarantee that there's states in which if you're on this half of the state, you're in a different time zone. And if you're on this half of the state, you are in a different time zone. Topography is just the height, like the rises and falls. So topography is just like how high a mountain is and things like that. How low a valley is, things like that. Maybe you're talking about longitudinal and latitudinal lines, though, because topographic may just be you're probably thinking of what I'm talking about with latitudinal and longitudinal. Um, Jackie says, I've at least worked out to your time zone. I've at least worked out your time zone to mine. LOL. Yeah, exactly. And I have now too. Because I figured out that 2 a.m. my time is 4 a.m. your time. Sorry, 4 p.m. your time. So I have got that figured out as of tonight, which is good. That's super helpful. Hello? Okay, there we go. As long as you got mine down, I mean, that's good, right? That's good. Thanks for the heart puff times 10. Depth has a lot of coins to get rid of on TikTok, but I'm excited for her to get rid of them all so she can start using them over on the platform that we us guys, dudes, all use, truly. AJ says, I failed Map and Compass. Is that your own class? Is that really a class? That's interesting. That's cool. That's actually sick, if that's a class. We did have a GPS class. I mean, it was but it wasn't really like a GPS class. It was like really in-depth stuff, like, you guys know, like geocaching and things like that, you know? Like we were doing like we were doing geocaching and things like that, where you have to like put in a certain latitude and longitude on this like handheld GPS thing that would take you to the exact location, satellite, satellite directed. It was pretty cool. And then you find the little cache hidden, and I would never do that now, but it was like cool to get outside and school, for that reason. After school programs. Okay, got you. Cadets, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. Yeah. Girl guides. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, we didn't have that really. At least when I was in those sort of after school programs. But I didn't stay in for all of the years that you could. I'm sure we would. Actually, yeah, no, I'm positive I would have had that teachings. I would have had those teachings if I stayed in longer, guaranteed. Jackie, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Much love to you. You were absolutely amazing. I appreciate you so much. You are just building up. You are building up your lead. You are clearly, like, there's literally a scoreboard at the top of the chat showing how much you've donated. At least I think it's in the month, or in, because it's not per stream. It's like in the current, it might be the week or something like that. Maybe it's all time. I don't know. We'll figure it out as time goes on. But you are just cementing yourself in first place, which is honestly, where you belong anyway. You always kill it. What's up, Amber? But thank you so much, Jackie, really. Thanks for liking the live, April. Appreciate you. Once we end the TikTok stream, I'm going to have to take a bathroom break, and then we will begin the fun. Oh my goodness. Hey Mag, what's going on? Greetings right back to you. I love Colorado. Colorado is, in case you guys didn't know, nobody's asked me this. I don't think anybody's asked me this on stream, so I'm just going to tell you guys this. My favorite state is Colorado, other than the state where I live. Colorado is a very close second. I fucking love it. AJ says, I like your sleeve, by the way. Nice chatting with you. Good night. Good night to you, AJ. I know it's time for bed for you since you work the night shift. You usually go to bed around this time. Have a great night. Much appreciated for being here in the stream. Mag says, just chilling, living up to my screen name, reloading my 41 mag ammo as we speak. Awesome. That is truly that is truly living up to your name right there. That's pretty apt. Very nice. Well, that's good. There is nothing better than having me up on your screen, chilling with me, talking with me while you're reloading your mags. One more minute, TikTok people, and then we are going strictly back to Twitch only. You got 400 rounds of 9mm to prep as well. There you go. There you go. What are you prepping for? What do you got going on? Are you like an instructor? Or do you own like a range or something? I'm trying to think of like what. Or military? I don't know. Oh, Jackie redeemed the hat time reward. So I will be putting on a hat during the bathroom break as well. So that's perfect. Love it. Love it. All right, and we have hit our 30 minutes over here, my beautiful people. So, Paxton, Puree de Papa, Patty, please do get on Twitch, follow me, and join the stream over on Twitch. If you'd like to continue with me here on the stream, I will be over on Twitch. I hope to see you guys there. We are continuing now only on Twitch, so I will see you guys there. I love you so much, and have a great night, or I'll see you in a minute. It's just Jackson Downer over there. Bye. Okay, we're back, baby. Okay, so that's that. Get Stream Manager back up here. Okay. Mag said, got 400 rounds of 9mm. Okay, I already answered that. Do you do music reactions? Sometimes. Sometimes. It depends. It just depends on what like I'm actually going to be doing in the stream. I usually, okay, yes, and that's how you relax. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the ads. I can't help it, Twitch just Twitch is how it is with ads, When you're subbed here, you don't get ads, as with any Twitch channel, of course, but when you're just watching, it's just you do get ads, like I think once every 30 minutes or something like that. Okay, so let's go do I'm gonna go do my bathroom break super quick, and then I will be right back with a hat as well. So just a momento. One moment. shit, Jackie. Jackie, what type of hat do you want, flat brim or beanie tonight? I usually give you the option. I was just going to grab one and then I realized I didn't ask you. All right, it's a surprise night. All right. We are going with the flat brim. And that's what we're gonna do. Skirt. Flat brim equipped. Boom. I'm glad you like it, Jackie. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Okay. I think rain may be coming soon. Ooh. Ooh, ah. I did answer. But you may have gotten hit with the ad break during my answer. So I do apologize. I said that I do sometimes. It just depends. It totally depends. Depends on what I'm going to be doing in the stream and stuff like that, you know? It also depends. Like, there are certain things that I do upon request that anybody can kind of sort of chime in on that aren't following, are brand new to the stream, things like that, like the stream rewards, things like that, that you can redeem. But then there's other things like requesting specific videos for me to watch and things like that that kind of depend on your tenure in the community and things like that, you know. Okay, so what kind of music do I like? I like hard rock, metal, EDM, hip hop, and R&B. Those are the primary ones, at least. Those are at least the primary ones. That breeze is chilly. Damn. I don't really listen to any a cappella music, but the genres that I actually listed out to you fall within the parameters for instrumental music that I like as well. So, like, when it comes to metal, let's say, I really do actually like instrumental metal. I like I even like listening to just the beats of a hip hop song. I mean, that's partially why I like EDM. It's like is that maybe with some vocals here and there, you know, so stuff like that. I'm not super into opera myself. I like classical decently. I mean, that's pretty decent. So I do like that. Oh, and Jackie, I just realized after your last bits that you sent over, we are halfway. We are now halfway to completing our first goal on that. So that's friggin' awesome. We're over halfway, actually. So that's awesome. I just saw that. Let me see here. I'm going to see what's on our YouTube homepage to check out. See if anything catches me out. Just in case. That one would be cool, actually. Ooh, they get me. They get it. They know me. They know what I'm gonna be like. Wow, I didn't think of that. Oh man, they're getting really good, actually. I just found like multiple. Like opera mag? You talking opera? I'm just finding a couple videos for us, guys. But feel free to send me messages. I'll still see them. Damn, they really got me tonight. Okay, I've got at least like 4 already. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I was just asking about the genre. Opera. Fair enough. That is cool. That is good stuff. So that's 30, 50. That's fucking, yeah, that's some decent time. Okay, I'll give you guys a poll. I know a couple of you guys aren't going to be... Should I even poll it? I don't know if I should. How about we watch... We watch 2 of these and then do something else. That's probably what we'll do. Yeah, let's do that. We'll watch a long one and then a short one. Good redemption, Jackie, with the hydrate. You got it. There you go. And thank you. 'Cause I needed that. All right. Let's get to it. I'm just skipping past the ad and then we'll be going. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Everything's set up. Audio where it needs to be. There we go. We are back with a little bit of YouTube night again. All right. Let's do it, baby. Is it not going to play for me? Oh, hold up. I got to turn the Bluetooth off on my phone. It always tries to pull from my phone. Okay. Now I just need to switch our audio back. You gotta be fucking kidding me right now. I guarantee it's playing through the computer though. So that's at least good.
A lot of us have been out here for multiple years.
Certainly playing through the
kind
computer.
Kind of gotten used to it.
So that's good. Now, let me just force it into my AirPod here.
The summers out here are brutal.
I may have to do this. Which is fine. I'm glad you guys are enjoying them, though. I'm really glad to hear that, Jackie and Toddy. Very much so. It's a very good thing to hear. Obviously want you guys to enjoy. Now.
They're brutal and the...
Okay, now this should do it. Yep.
I think a lot of us have been out here for multiple years.
Okay, so we are good. My headphones are working. Let's do this thing.
I think a lot of us have been out here for multiple years. Kind of gotten used to it. The summers out here are brutal and the winters are unforgiving. You got a hose? No.
About 40 miles north of Los Angeles is the city of Lancaster. And just beyond that is where Jeff Vangari has lived for the last 9 years.
It sucks. You know, it's like fun and games.
Does he live off of a highway? I'm seeing, like, freeway running behind him. That's already probably annoying. He's dealing with constant vehicle noise all the time right behind him. But the fact that he can even do this is pretty wild. You know, like, he's clearly been set up here for, 9 years, they said? So he's set up, and nobody's, like, come and removed him. It's not like he's super in the wilderness.
Especially being all the way out here out of town. You know, it's hard to get anywhere to get food or drink. All right, let's go out that way.
Vangari doesn't have a car or running water, which means whenever he can get a ride into town, he takes it.
And go usually probably once or twice a week and fill up 1 or 2 of those 55-gallon drums. Because we use it for everything, you know, bathrooms, cleaning up, dishes, cooking, everything. I think the hardest part about living out here, trying to stay out of your own head. It's not like I woke up one day and said, hey, I want to go live in the desert and make life 1,000 times more difficult for myself. Right. Circumstances led up to it, and I haven't quite figured out the circumstances that'll get me out of it yet, I guess. Okay. Good enough. Yep.
At least he seems to have a camper and motorcycles that don't work, I guess, because he has to get a ride into town and stuff. Like, because his level of homeless seems to be a little bit better off. I mean, he even has like a trimmed beard and stuff. Like, his level of homeless seems to be a lot better than like other West Coast homeless people, like on Skid Row. You know what I mean? Like, they're dealing with literally living in a tent on a city street, people robbing them, breaking in, doing horrible things to them, possibly getting killed, you know, all that stuff. Like, this is a different situation than that. Not to discount the fact that it's difficult, but it's just an observation. Like, my first observation of this is it's definitely a very different type of homelessness than your typical city homeless person in the city.
Van Gary is homeless, and out here, he's not alone.
There's
So driving
more.
around this part of the desert, you see encampments in pretty much every direction. Some of them are larger groupings of trailers, and others are individuals out on their own with nobody around.
Hundreds of people without homes live in this part of the Mojave Desert, unincorporated land just beyond Avenue G.
Okay, so it's unincorporated land, and that's why they can't be moved and kicked out.
One of the city limits of Lancaster.
Were you ever within the city limits?
Yeah.
And why did you move out here?
Pretty much told by law enforcement that the only way not to be messed with, i.e. our camps ransacked or bulldozed or even burnt down, would be to move north of G, which G is that street right there. Law enforcement just treated us like dirt, you know, and they just wanted us out of their city.
So you feel like you were really pushed out of the city?
Not feel like we were.
More than half of all unsheltered people in the U.S. live in California. In LA County, authorities have prioritized crackdowns on encampments and sweeping homeless people off the streets and out of sight.
Hey, guys, also let me know if the volume is okay. Let me know if I need to turn anything down or up or anything for your listening pleasure.
But since they've had little to no success in addressing the root of the problem, encampments just pop up somewhere else. Lancaster is an especially tough place to be unhoused. Homeless
Okay,
people
great.
make up 1% of the population, but receive 25% of the city's citations. The mayor has called homeless people criminals and thugs, and even suggested residents arm themselves in defense.
Okay, well, that's a little bit unfair. Not all homeless people are criminals and thugs. Some are. And there's probably a higher likelihood of them being such. But there's plenty of homeless people that just fell on a hard time and they're just trying to do what's right, or they're trying to get like meaningful, real work or whatever. And, you know, so that's definitely like a very fallacious, spurious statement, but okay.
We are not going to look like LA. We are not going to have people parked on the sidewalks.
Donnie? Hello? Hello, hello. All right, I brought over as many waters as would fit in my purse, but there's actually more.
Eve Garrow has spent years analyzing Southern California's homeless policies and police practices.
People think of banishment as some kind of archaic practice, but you ask unhoused people, and it happens to them all the time. The difference is that out here, they're being told to go deep into the Mojave Desert, and a lot of these people are very vulnerable.
And when you're talking deep into the Mojave Desert, you're talking extremely dangerous conditions. This isn't like being homeless in Skid Row in terms of weather. Homeless in Skid Row, you're worrying about other people. You're like social environment. In the Mojave Desert, yeah, probably other homeless people in the Mojave Desert, you do have to worry about them to some degree, but mostly you're worried about severe cold at night and severe heat during the day. So this is a different set of challenges and hurdles for these people. Again, this is why I really was interested to even watch this video in the first place, because it's like, it's another thing that I just didn't really think about, is like different settings in which homeless people have to survive and their challenges.
You know, I mean, I worry about them surviving out here.
Most citations given to homeless people in Lancaster are for things like camping, loitering, or panhandling, infractions that the ACLU considers as criminalizing homelessness.
Who is responsible for what's happening out here?
The city of Lancaster is not friendly towards people who are unhoused. They don't treat this as a humanitarian crisis. They don't treat it as a housing crisis. They treat unhoused people as if they are criminals when their only crime is not having enough income to afford, say, a $2,000 a month, one-bedroom apartment.
Which is insane. Which is insane, by the way, $2,000 a month, one-bedroom apartment. Like, the world that we live in today is fucking insane. And more people than ever are homeless due to that fact, but also due to, there's other factors too, for sure, but that's one of a very big factor. And also, technically the word now that you're supposed to use is unhoused people, not homeless people. And this policy analyst did just remind me of that. So I'll try from here on out to use that word.
So when they came through with a bulldozer. They started over there and at the end of the way down there, and they just started sweeping everything down towards the end.
Sarah Odom lost her job and became homeless last year. 3 months ago, the city came to bulldoze the camp she was living in.
No, I'm standing my ground. I'm
No.
not gonna move. You guys have a phone? Can you record it? So as I'm arguing with public safety and the police, I decided, okay, fine. I grabbed all my stuff together and just
threw it
over the wall, because I was like, I don't want my stuff to get, it's all I kind of pretty much have left. So
You didn't want it to get bulldozed?
No.
Police still do.
Oh wow, so what'd she do? She threw it over the fence, they bulldozed, and then she brought it back over the fence and set it all back up again. That's what I think she did.
Regular sweeps of the area. But Odom refuses to leave.
This thing is pretty stripped from everybody kind of using it.
Oh, I see.
But
Yeah.
you just gotta really get like.
No way, she's getting water through the hydrant with a wrench. That is very, very smart. Killer.
Grip on it. And
Use your resources, baby.
yeah. So this is how I try not to waste too much water. California is in a drought.
Have you gotten citations?
I've gotten illegal camping tickets.
Badass.
I've gotten 4, and I fought them all in court. Because if I say that I'm guilty of illegal camping, it means I'm guilty of a crime. Being home.
Now, granted, by the way, that's definitely not drinking water, but it's water. And when you're unhoused, I suppose that is better than dying, obviously.
This is not a crime. So public safety, they're like code enforcement, right? So when they were out with law enforcement during the sweep, they are the ones that told me to my face, oh yeah, just go out in the middle of, past Avenue G. We won't bother you there. We don't bother any of you guys out there. You can go be homeless out there if you want. And I'm like,
And that means going to the desert.
that means going out into the desert where there's nothing and nothing for miles. I don't have a car. I'm walking in flip-flops as it is, and I don't want to be segregated from society. I want to get back into working, and how am I supposed to do that in an area where there's nothing for miles?
That's a very good point, guys. That's a very good point. You're unhoused. Of course you don't have a car, most likely. They want you to go out into an area of the city or the town where you can't actually walk anywhere. And if you wanted to become a part of society again by contributing, work-wise, you would have a very difficult time in doing so. That is a very good point.
I feel like it's so easy to get lost out there. They just want us gone. They want to sweep us under the rug, and I'm sorry, but I refuse to be swept under a rug.
Policing in Lancaster is handled by the LA County
Here's the other side of the coin now.
Sheriff's Department. When we reached out for this story, the local deputies declined to speak with us.
Never mind.
But the LASD did let us film with their homeless outreach services team. or HOST. It's a relatively small unit, tasked with connecting homeless people to services.
Okay.
The deputies claim to have never made an arrest or used force.
So we'll get a little
So
something.
today we're going to do a ride-along with the homeless outreach team of the LA Sheriff's Department as I go into the desert and talk to the people living out there.
We're a humanitarian effort. We're not traditional law enforcement, and we realize traditional law enforcement doesn't work when dealing with the homeless population.
Lieutenant William Kitchen leads HOST operations in this part of the county.
How long you been out here in the desert? 5 years? Well, I think you're a beautiful young woman, and I kind of worry about you out here. How long you been out here, Bruce?
8 years.
8 years. Are you working with any homeless service provider out here? No? Are you struggling with anything right now? Drugs, alcohol, or anything? Good for you.
I'm playing just work here, just trying to stay. It's just hard.
If you need anything, just reach out. Cool?
Definitely nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Do you trust the LA Sheriff's Department to help you out of your situation?
It's not so much a trust issue, because trust was taken away a long time ago. That's something that's going to take a while to be built.
Have you ever seen this team out here before?
Not like this.
Not like this.
What's different about today?
Which is because it's clearly a show for the cameras. At least they probably only sent like one person, they do a couple things, they do a little bullshit, and then they leave. Whereas they know that Vice is doing their recordings, they're doing their whole thing. So they're going to send the full team out and make a show of it. I was already thinking that myself when this first guy here was saying, "Nice to meet you." I'm like, what? He just said he's been out here for how long and you're just meeting him? A little bit strange, but okay.
Normally it's like trying to get us to do something or follow their rules or try to make something happen, or it's not like, normally like out here to help us or like, check on us. You already pushed this way out here. It's like, how, you would come out here and deal with this. It's like, where else can we go? And that's the big thing. It's like, what do you do? Where do you go?
So when we show up, you were out with us today. Did you feel any tension between the police and the people that were out there?
No, but we were also out there with cameras though, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, but we're out there every day. So there's no tension. We bring the services to them where we are, and we just try to make that human connection.
Are you in touch at all with the deputies here in Lancaster who some people say are encouraging them to move out into the desert?
We are in touch with them. The local deputies who work this geographic area all the time keep in touch, and they'll call them and ask them to go to certain areas and see what the needs are.
Don't you think, though, that the local deputies could be contributing to the problem if they're advising people, as many homeless people have told us, to go outside of the city limits?
Sure, that could be the case. I don't know if the truth to it, or if someone, a deputy sheriff basically said you can't be here based on where they were.
Well, people we spoke with who are living out there said, we feel like we've been pushed out here by the LASD.
If that is happening by deputy sheriffs, I would highly discourage it.
Do you think that the LA Sheriff's Department bears any responsibility for helping make this problem worse in the first place?
I think we all have responsibility, whether it be overt or not overt. I think this crisis
The opposite of overt is covert, sir.
has exploded. It impacts communities. It impacts every corner of the county.
Bruce Whittinghill lives in the desert and was approached by HOST. He agreed to be taken to Lancaster's main shelter complex.
Hi, Bruce. Proud of you, brother.
Thank you for letting me know. Burp. Charging cord is on its way, my people.
The Kensington campus is a 14-acre housing facility with
Actually, I don't know if you know when it died. I don't actually know if you know when it died or if it just happened. I feel like I just looked at the stream feed and it looks good. It must have been very recent. Hopefully your eyes have been on me.
It impacts every corner of the county.
Bruce Whittinghill lives in the desert and was approached by HOST. He agreed to be taken to Lancaster's main shelter complex.
Hi, Bruce.
So that's good, right? He wants to get put in a homeless shelter. Although, what's going to happen to this camper? Is it his camper? Is it just a camper he found? I'm confused about that. What's going to happen with all the cats? I'm confused. Maybe he lives in there with multiple people. I don't know.
Proud of you, brother.
Let's go, Bruce!
The Kensington campus is a 14-acre housing facility with 300 rooms for permanent and transitional housing. Whitting Hill was offered a spot in the temporary shelter.
How does it feel to be here now?
I've got expectations to a certain extent, and I don't feel like I'm being crowded or corralled or anything like that, or forced to be here. I'm actually happy in the fact that I've got the opportunity to be here. This gives me a little breathing time.
So what the city is offering people is long-term shelter living. Part of the model of Kensington campus is permanent supportive housing. It's filled up, and for folks like this, I don't think that's accessible either.
What is the solution?
Real housing. These policy decisions to disinvest in affordable housing go back a few decades and have been the result of neglect by all levels of government. Outreach and services will not end houselessness. Housing will end houselessness.
Now that's interesting. Now she's saying unhoused people and houselessness. Wow. I didn't even know that one. Houselessness.
What? That one's already done. I'm just gonna dig another hole over here. So, digging a trash hole, because another way that the city makes it a lot more difficult for us is if we're seen by a cop putting our trash into a dumpster, so it's actually taken to the city dump, we get ticketed and fined for it. There goes the whole little cycle, warrant and getting arrested, going to jail, and it all stems from trying to do the right thing and put our trash in the dumpster.
So now they can't put their trash in the dumpster to go to the proper landfill, which, by the way, in a previous stream YouTube night, we learned all about landfills and how they work, and how it's not just digging a hole in the ground and throwing your trash in it. That's for sure. So now these guys literally have to dig a hole and put their trash in it, which really sucks for the environment, and sucks that they have to live around that, by the way. Just even just that in itself. Man.
For a lot of us, you just kind of want to be left alone, really. You know, I mean, for the most part, we try to stay out of everybody else's way. You know, I mean, really, if a homeless person isn't breaking any laws and they're not, harming anybody, just leave us alone.
Do you want to get out of here?
Of course. It's just a matter of when I'll be ready.
When will you know when you're ready?
That I don't know. I'm old and tired. I'm not really that old, but this desert ages you.
And that is something to be said about some unhoused people, is they actually really get attached to the lifestyle. They do get attached to the lifestyle. They like having to kind of answer to no one. They kind of like not having to work and just kind of live life on their terms, even though it's difficult. Like, there is trade-offs to it for them, and they're used to it. It's what they know. So for a lot of people, like, even if you do present them with the opportunity to get housing and certain things, like, they will go back, or they just will flat out reject it, and they're not ready. And that's a very true fact. Been shown many times. I've watched multiple documentaries about homelessness. Recent ones are on houselessness, and I've seen that time and time again, whether it's LA, Nevada, Chicago, Pennsylvania. doesn't matter. I know I'm literally naming city, state, but whatever, you know, doesn't matter what area it is. Like, I see this repeated time and time again. So that is something to be cognizant of, is what he's saying here is true, that some people just are not ready. And maybe they won't be, you know, maybe they just kind of like where they're at compared to the converse situation. So
I'm Michael Learmonth, editor-in-chief of Vice News.
And that was it. All right, next.
99% of all internet traffic, from this video to your Pokemon Go account to your family WhatsApp group, runs on a hidden network of undersea cables. Why should you care? Because modern life is increasingly dependent on those slinky subaquatic wires. And they get attacked by sharks from time to time. How do they work? What's the future for them? Join us today.
So the premise of this video is quite literally how the internet travels across oceans. I found it very interesting because I was thinking to myself, what? Internet traveling across oceans? What are we even talking about here? But I guess that makes sense, like, because I'm pretty positive on this, for me to be even able to show up on your screen right now, if you are not in the same country as me, this has to be due to internet cabling that's running along the ocean to interconnect the continents. And that has to be right. So just practically, I'm thinking, practically and logically, I think that has to be the case. So I'm interested to learn how that works. It's a quick video too, which is cool. So let's get into it.
We plunge the depths and ask how the internet travels across oceans. According to the authoritative Submarine Cable Map website, there are currently 493 active or actively under construction subsea internet cables crisscrossing the globe. These range from the relatively modest 300-kilometer Azerbaijan to Turkmenistan wire running under the Black Sea to the absolutely gargantuan 6,600-kilometer Maria cable linking Virginia Beach in the US with Bilbao in northern Spain.
Wow. There we go. How long? 6,600 kilometers.
Maria weighs the same as 24 blue whales, apparently. The firms laying down this serpentine superhighway, worldwide there's now 1.5 million kilometers of undersea data wires, are cagey about how much it all costs. But professional estimates indicate a typical transoceanic cable should set you back between $300 and $400 million, which seems like a lot because they're not especially thick, typically around the girth of a garden hose. And that includes layers of protective thixotropic jelly around the all-important fiber optic core, plus multiple plastic sheaths and copper wiring to power the thing. But even so, on average they can ferry an awesome 100 gigabytes per second in data, with newer and forthcoming cables able to transmit
100 gigabytes per second. That's pretty impressive.
Gigabytes per second. So how does so much data fit down such slim channels? Part of the answer is an extremely sophisticated data wrangling technique known as dense wavelength division multiplexing. Put simply, dense wavelength division multiplexing lets data providers use more than one wavelength of light to convey information fiber optically. Instead,
right, because fiber... I don't know why that just happened. Right, I was saying, anyways, right, because fiber is literally like a thread of fiber, but it's like glass-like, and when you hit it with certain wavelengths of light, that light travels along the fiber super fast at, I would assume, the speed of light. We'll have to learn in a later stream someday exactly how fiber optic works, but my absolute, like, layman understanding of this is that
one wavelength of light to convey information fiber optically. Instead, several wavelengths are employed simultaneously and stacked, creating astonishing data speeds. This happens at buzzing, data center-like landing sites at either end of the cable. Are the cables just straightforward long wires? Not quite. Every 70 to 100 kilometers or so along the seabed, cables are punctuated with so-called repeaters. These essentially serve as amplifiers, keeping the signal strength up to par over long distances. That's why the cables incorporate copper conductors, by the way, carrying up to 10,000 volts of DC to power the repeaters. How are the cables laid? They're first coiled into vast cylindrical drums on specialized perfect cable-laying ships. As much as a year's planning and charting will go into plotting the perfect transoceanic route. Bad locations for undersea cables include anywhere volcanic or anywhere especially earthquake or mudslide prone. Or
No shit.
anywhere heavily trawled by fishermen. The cable is spooled out the back of the ship at a sedate pace of around 10 kilometers an hour. If the ship encounters bad weather, the captain can decide whether to break off the cord, tie it to a buoy, and retreat to calmer waters. When the storm passes, the ship returns to the buoy and picks up where it left off. Accidents and outages on the cables can and do occur. In 2012, Hurricane Sandy in the US knocked out several key transatlantic cables, disrupting networks for hours. In 2011, the Fukushima earthquake in Japan caused similar online carnage. The vast majority of such disruptions, however, are the result of human carelessness, typically trawler nets or wayward ship's anchors. Cables situated close to the shore are significantly more at risk from such disruption. As such, the nearer to land a cable is, the more likely it'll be carefully armor-plated. Many are even dug into the seabed in long dedicated trenches, carved out using ship-drawn plows. Awesomely, sharks have been spotted nibbling on one of Google's subsea cables.
Oh, we got sharks nibbling, folks. We got sharks nibbling away. Look at it go. It's like,
Get your teeth into this 2014 clip. More sinister even than that, the US government has consistently warned of interference in the cables from hostile foreign powers like Russia or China. The US government should know all about that. Whistleblower Edward Snowden revealed in 2013 how the NSA had no qualms eavesdropping on fiber optic communications. The geopolitical implications of undersea cables are also fascinating. Last year, the Australian government intervened to prevent Chinese technology giant Huawei from installing a cable connecting Australia with the Solomon Islands.
let's go Australia. Say no. Say no to those people.
Fear is that China could use the link to gain access to Australia's sensitive internal networks. So who actually owns these cables? That's an interesting question. It's
That is an interesting
business.
question.
So historically, nations or quasi-national telecom providers have picked up the bill. The world's biggest owner of cables remains America's AT&T, with a
Of
stake in
course.
some 230,000 kilometers of undersea cable. The
Of
second
course.
biggest owner is China Telecom. Frequently, cables are owned by groups or consortia of up to 50 separate owners, including tech firms, local government agencies, and other businesses. And while this model helps spread the initial cost, it's less helpful when something goes wrong and nobody can agree who has to put on a wetsuit and do something about it. Increasingly, big tech is recognizing its scope for growth is limited by the undersea cable network. So over the past few years, the overwhelming majority of investment in undersea cable infrastructure has come from companies like Facebook, which currently owns nearly 100,000 kilometers of cable.
Damn it, Facebook. Back at it again. God damn it. And it's meta now, guys. It's meta now. How old is this video? 3 years.
Google owns roughly the same amount. Amazon has its own massive private network, hooking up the online giant's mighty AWS data centers through cables traversing the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans, plus the Mediterranean, and the Red Sea, and the South China Sea. The tech giants like to frame these vast environmentally disruptive infrastructure projects as civilization-enhancing largesse on their part. But they're also shareholder companies, remember, who know perfectly well that increasing the number of human beings online is the only way they can continue to grow. Hang on a second, you're probably thinking, what about Starlink? Isn't our old mate Elon about to make the internet wireless any day now? For now, cable is by far the cheapest and most efficient means of yeeting vast packets of data over incredibly long distances fast. Even normally bullish Musk says Starlink is only aimed at people who don't presently enjoy access to high-speed fiber. But who knows how that'll pan out in a decade or two. For now, the future is very much undersea cables. Only this summer, Google and Facebook announced a joint initiative to build an undersea cable named Apricot. Apricot will link up Singapore, Japan, Guam, the Philippines, Taiwan, and Indonesia by the year 2024. The longest subaquatic cable ever, a 45,000-kilometer billion-dollar monster called To Africa that will link up 33 nations, was just bankrolled by a Facebook-led consortium. What do you think? Will mankind's ingenious submarine network one day look as obsolete as the telegraph? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more totally wired tech content.
And the crazy, and they're talking about footing the bill because, well, quite clearly and quite honestly and quite obviously, whoever foots the bill for this is going to benefit in a massive way. If you get the internet accessible through underwater cable, hooking them up with all other continents and things like that, you now can have your app on their phone. You now can sell your services in whatever, ways that your company makes money, you now can push on to them. So it would make sense that because obviously these companies operate from a perspective of how do we make more money? It's not, let's help the most people. Let's really get these people. Heck no. At least companies like Meta, you know, they're operating from a standpoint of how do we increase our stock price? And so, of course, a company like AT&T or Meta are going to see an opportunity like this and be like, of course, we have so much money, we can do whatever we want. Let's get more people access to our products and services so that our stock price can increase, so that we are a complete worldwide, you know, dominator in this space in all countries. So that's wild. And then the question of like, will undersea cable be looked at like a, you know, like an archaic thing? Yes, it will. Of course it will. That's not the most efficient way to do things. Guaranteed it's not. So someday that will be the case. It's just not right now because it's cheaper. But technology, barrier to entry in technology decreases all the time. All the time. We get all of these, you know, like AI, that's now free. 10 years ago, to have this kind of power in your pocket, you couldn't even pay for it. You know what I mean? Even just a smartphone, back when those first came out, it was insane. You know, everything gets cheaper as technology progresses. It becomes easier to make these things. It becomes, you know, the processes are ironed out and they become more accessible. So, beautiful. All right. Well, shit. I was hoping we'd have more time for some game night tonight, but we're definitely not going to have enough time for that. So we will just do like one more video and then call it. And also, hey Rena, welcome. One more video. I'm really, really liking this one here. I that was the first one I saved. All right, let's do it. Let's learn about another thing that we've never thought of before. Let us edify ourselves yet again. All right. 3, 2, 1. Cha-ching!
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Flectish channel. It's a quiet, foggy morning in Dhaka, the capital and largest city of Bangladesh. But as the sun has risen, so have the vibrant and bustling city's commuters.
Bangladesh yet again, as you guys will remember from previous nights of our previous stream and other stream highlights that we'll be releasing soon.
Among the early morning.
This is one of the densest populated countries. So I can't remember the exact numbers, but there's like 100,000 something thousand people per square kilometer. Something like that. It's absolutely insane, the level of crowding.
Commuters of this crowded metropolis, Sujan, a city bus driver, has also begun his journey. He starts his day by sipping a cup of tea before heading to his bus, parked and locked along the curbside. While Sujan conducts pre-journey checks and maintenance, his bus attendant accompanies him and cleans the bus interiors before they set off on their journey.
And as we've learned from previous Bangladesh videos, they sweep the trash right out onto the street, and that's where it stays. As you can see, Exhibit A lining the entire sidewalk
This
Yeah.
might seem like a normal routine, but Sujan explains why it is imperative to his job.
যাত্রী গাড়ি যদি নষ্ট হয় যাত্রীরা অবশ্যই ব্যবহার খারাপ করে এই নষ্ট গাড়ি নিয়ে আসছোস নষ্ট গাড়ি নিয়ে রাস্তায় নামছিস কেন এইগুলা গালাগালি করে গালাগালি করে পরে তাদের ভাড়া তারা ফেরত নিয়ে যায় যেটা পাবে ভাড়া ফেরত নেয় নিক তারপরে যে গালাগালি করে এই বিষয়টা এলে সবথেকে খারাপ লাগে গাড়ি নষ্ট হইতেই পারে কারণ কারণ ইঞ্জিন জাতীয় জিনিস মানুষও ওই ভালো মানুষ আসতে আছে হুট করে হাটিস্টি করে পড়ে যাইতেছে এরকম করে বুঝে যাত্রী বুঝিয়া পরে ভাড়া ফেরত দিয়া পারে
Sujan has been a city bus driver in Dhaka for about 8 to 9 years and has throughout been disciplined to his hectic work schedule.
সকাল থেকে রাত পর্যন্ত মিরপুর 12 নম্বরের গাড়ি 12 নম্বর থেকে আজিমপুর পর্যন্ত গাড়ি যায়
I'm just already stressed. I'm stressed already looking at the streets, at like from out, looking from inside to out the bus. I'm like, wow.
আজিমপুর পর্যন্ত গাড়ি যায় আজিমপুর থেকে আবার 12 নম্বর রিটার্ন এই সকাল 6টা বাজে বাইর হই সকাল 6টা বাজে বাইর হইয়া আবার রাত 12টা বাজে 1টা বাজে গাড়ি সাইড হয় কাজ কাম কইরা তেল পানি গ্যাস লইয়া রাত 1টা বাজে গাড়ি সাইড হয়
But as easy as Sujan makes it sound, the life of a city bus driver in Dhaka is filled with many challenges.
Yeah, I believe it.
The biggest one is traffic, and the insanity of this traffic directly affects the lives of bus drivers like Sujan.
What you guys may not have noticed, which I just know about India and Bangladesh, is there's really no traffic lights at all. So you just kind of go. Like, it is absolute insanity. There is no actual, like, real rules of doing this. There's unspoken rules, I'm sure that they follow, but there's no traffic lights. There's not really too many guidelines to be driving, and there's so many people. It's insane. Man, it like
Due to traffic jams
how are
caused by
they
Dhaka's road infrastructure, the city has struggled to keep pace with its rapid motorist growth.
I'm just looking at like the backdrop behind all these cycle. I mean, this is insane. I'm still like I'm just amazed at what I'm seeing, but like the backdrop behind them, like that city, the city apartments or whatever that is, businesses, maybe multi-level business. Like there's all these weird like blanket drapes being hung, and there's those crazy telephone and electrical lines like we were seeing before. Just crazy amount of them. But like, why are these blankets being draped? What is the reasoning for this? What is going on here? It is like very confusing. Are people sleeping on these balconies? Are they just trying, do they not have doors on their balconies so that they're trying to keep like some air pollution out? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But yes, Jackie, that is insane, and it would be absolutely crazy to attempt even walking on foot in some of this traffic. Much less trying to ride a bike in it or trying to be a bus driver. Like, and that's the thing. That's why the bus driver aspect really got me, because it's like, imagine even being a bus driver in this. That's the biggest vehicle you're driving in this, and these guys are threading the needle all day.
Unlike in many developed countries, where road networks are highly sophisticated and well-planned, Dhaka primarily has 2-lane roads, which make it challenging for motorists to navigate the city efficiently.
Wow.
To add to the challenge, bus drivers also endure significant backlash from the city's traffic cops, as Sujan states.
এটা নিয়ে অবশ্যই বলতে চাই আমাদের যে আমাদের রুটটা ছোট কিন্তু আমাদের রুটে মনে করেন প্রত্যেকটা পয়েন্টে সার্জেন্ট পুলিশ আছে প্রত্যেকটা পয়েন্টে সার্জেন্ট পুলিশের দ্বারা আমরা হয়রানি হইতে আছি হয়রানি করতে আছে যেরকম আজকে সকালবেলা একটা মামলা দিয়ে দিচ্ছে ধীরা তারপরে এই মানে 19 থেকে 20ও করা যায় না এর আগে ধরে মামলা দিচ্ছে মামলা না দিলে কাগজ রেখে দিতে আছে লাইনম্যান পারালে টাকা খাচ্ছে এইগুলাই
In addition to buses, Dhaka's streets are also crowded with cars, motorcycles, goods carrying carts, and cycle rickshaws, all of which contribute to the heavy traffic during peak hours. This results in significant delays for commuters relying on the city bus service as they try to travel from point A to point B.
Wild.
যদি যদি জাম না থাকে, জাম না থাকলে টিপ ধরতে আসলে 2 থেকে 2.5 ঘন্টা সময় লাগে। আর যদি জাম থাকে তাহলে 4 থেকে 5 ঘন্টা সময় চলে যায়।
4 to 5 hours.
More traffic results in longer hours for a single trip, which results in lower collection for bus drivers.
Right.
To avoid wasting more time besides the time wasted in traffic, Sujin minimizes his stops, only making one stop for refueling and once for a lunch break.
Eating with the fingers, baby.
আমি পুরো ট্রিপে খাওয়া দাওয়ার জন্য আমি 2টি কমপ্লিট করি। 2টি কমপ্লিট করতে করতে আমার সকাল 6টাতে বাড়ি, আমার 2টা 3টা বাজে। এই 2টা 3টা বাজে ফাঁকে
How much you want to bet that they wash their hands before eating? I would bet nothing on that, by the way.
10 মিনিটের জন্য গাড়ি চাপায় খাওয়া দাওয়া সারে।
They rinsed them off after, though.
Throughout the journey, Sujin receives strong support from the bus attendant, who announces
They didn't
the
wash
upcoming
'em, though.
stops along the route to help potential passengers catch the bus if they're heading in that direction. The attendant also manages the ticketing and, occasionally, may switch places with the bus driver, particularly when the driver has been behind the wheel for several hours. Driving a bus in Dhaka involves navigating sharp turns, managing heavy traffic, avoiding pedestrians on the streets, and handling numerous other challenges. It demands exceptional driving skills, which Sujin has developed over his years of experience. However, in addition to the necessary skills, this job also requires a great deal of patience, particularly in a city like Dhaka. At times, bus drivers, frustrated by the heavy traffic, may resort to aggressive overtaking and cursing at other drivers. However, Sujin explains that these actions simply occur in the heat of the moment.
গাড়ি ডিপার্টমেন্টে যখন আসি, আমরা যখন 5টা ড্রাইভার একসাথে আসি, সবাই ভাই ব্রাদার, আবার ভাই ব্রাদারদের সাথেই ঝগড়া লাগে। ঝগড়া তো অবশ্যই কম বেশি লাগে, না লাগলে তো হবে না, কারণ সবাই মুখ যখন সকালবেলা দেখা হয়, ঝগড়া অবশ্যই হয়, কম বেশি হয়।
That makes sense. It's probably stressful as hell.
Due to the rush and frustration on the roads, buses in Dhaka are frequently involved in accidents, resulting in damage that requires repairs. Cracked windows and scratched bodies are just a few of the common outcomes of these incidents.
Oh, guaranteed. Not surprised at
As
all.
a result, these buses also spend a lot of time in bus depots, such as this one, built long before the independence of Bangladesh in 1971. Due to frequent accidents, buses in Dhaka are often in poor condition. As a result, many people prefer using the metro for their commute. However, the lineman at the bus depot offers a potential solution to this issue.
এই শহরে বাসের অবস্থা বলতে গেলে এখন মেট্রো রেলের সময় মেট্রো রেলে কি সব মানুষ যাতায়াত করে, বাসের সেরকম টিপটাপ ওঠে না। ঠিক আছে, মেট্রো রেলের কারণে যাত্রীও কম ওঠে, সেরকম মনে করেন যে বাসের কোনো আর পুরাতন বাস যদি নতুন কোনো আপডেট আসে তখন আবার
Regardless, it is quite evident that a large part of Dhaka's population still continues to use city buses for their daily commute.
Yeah, I mean, it's full. The buses are
As the sun
plentiful.
sets, bus drivers like Sujin continue their journey while the traffic flows steadily. Traffic jams are a problem not just for the city's bus drivers, but also for the general public. We spoke to a few people who commute on buses daily, and they too expressed a similar perspective on the state of their gridlocked city.
জি হ্যাঁ, সাধারণ পাবলিক মনে করেন একটা ছেলে স্কুলে বের হলে ওর স্কুলে যেতে লেট হয়, একটা যে চাকরিজীবী তাদের চাকরি মনে করেন সমস্যা হয়, টাইম মতন সে পৌঁছাইতে পারে না। এতে
True. Like, how are you even supposed to, as a student or as a worker, get to your job or get to your school on time? And what is the punishment? You know, like, are they actually going to be pissed off at you? Can they be? Like, they all must understand what the streets are like. I mean, I don't know how many different buses you can catch to be able to be there on time if there is a delay like that, you know? And how much earlier do you have to leave to plan for the possible delay that's going to happen? I mean, geez,
ট্রাফিকের মনে করেন অতিরিক্ত সমস্যার কারণে মনে করেন এই কারণটা হয় মানুষজন দেখা যাচ্ছে ঠিক টাইম মতন পৌঁছাইতে পারে না
Besides vehicles on the road, pedestrians also contribute to the traffic congestion in the city.
Yeah, pedestrians everywhere.
Despite pedestrian overbridges built across the city, people often choose to move across streets.
They're just weaving through the vehicles. Oh.
This affects the smooth flow of traffic as well as increases the risks of accidents. And Mohammed, a local resident, thinks the same.
And all you hear, too, all you hear is beeping, beeping, beeping. We were talking about that in the last Bangladesh video we watched the other night, and it was like the noise pollution is a big part of the pollution of Bangladesh. It's like constant people, vehicle sounds, but the beeping, the horn honking. Oh my goodness. It's all you hear in this video too in the background.
এদের জন্য বলা আছে কি কারণে রাস্তা হুটহাট করে পার হওয়ার কারণে কোনো দুর্ঘটনা ঘটতে পারে তাদের জন্য ফ্লাইওভার আছে তারা ফ্লাইওভারে ভালোভাবে যাইতে পারে গেলে কোনো সমস্যা হয় না কিন্তু রাস্তাঘাটে দেখা গেল যাইতে লাগে কোনো বাস টাস বা কোনো দুর্ঘটনা ঘটে গেলে একটা অঘটন ঘটার কারণ থাকে
According to experts, if more vehicles continue to use the roads of Dhaka and there is not enough investment in public transportation, the average speed of motorists could slow to just 2.9 miles per hour by 2035.
Yeah, I mean, they're having this motorist growth all the time.
That's
so.
about the same speed as walking. But until then, bus drivers like Sujan will continue to navigate the overcrowded roads of Dhaka, adapting and thriving amidst the motoring chaos.
Insane, man. You see that? You see that right there? Ambulance. That white van, ambulance. Which, that's a crazy look. That's a small ambulance. That does not look like a modern ambulance, but it had its lights on. Like, it has its lights on, but they're just as stuck in traffic as everybody else. Like, now let's think of that for a moment. Let's put that into hypothetical, which is very real for these people. If you are dying and you need an ambulance, good luck. Good luck. Because you will most likely die before that ambulance ever reaches you. Even if these cars could pull over, it's probably not going to be very easy for them to in a lot of cases. Which that in itself is just a travesty.
That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, you're not getting anywhere quick. That's for sure. That is for sure. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. That was quite something. We'll save this one for another day. But that one did interest me. Oh, it's the Sand Cat again. Yes. I'm saving that one. We gotta watch some more Sand Cat. But yes, we've done it yet again. We have reached the end of the stream. I can't imagine how it would go either, though. We did it, folks. I am very happy with all of you guys being able to show up tonight. We will continue on making it earlier and earlier so more of you guys can be a part, as usual. And it's always fun. It's always a good time. Thank you so much for everybody that was able to support the stream tonight, because you know that means the world to me. So especially you, Jackie, thank you so much. I love you all so very much. I will see you tomorrow in the next stream. And yeah, tomorrow's stream will be even earlier than tonight. All the love to you guys. See you tomorrow. And good night.